a 3631 Tactical. Today I want to talk about why I think IDPA is a really good method to practice if you're carrying a gun for self-defense. First thing, for those of you that don't know what IDPA is, it's the International Defensive Pistol Association. And what it is, it's an organization that has competitions, pistol competitions. And all these competitions are based around scenarios that are supposed to simulate self-defense scenarios. And you'll notice I said that this is good practice. It's not good training. And the difference is, to me, is training is how you learn to do something. So you're not going to go to one of these matches and you're not going to learn tactics. When I say tactics, I mean you're not going to learn how to clear a house. You're not going to learn how to use tactical angles and dig corners. You're not going to learn that from doing these competitions. But what it does is it gives you a platform to practice those skills. You got to go somewhere and learn that first, but it gives you a good platform to practice those skills. Most gun ranges you go to, especially if you're dealing with an indoor gun range, you know, you can't draw the gun from concealment. You can't draw it from a holster. You can't move and shoot. The targets you're going to be shooting at are stationary. They're not going to be moving targets. It's a very static marksmanship style of shooting, and you don't get to practice these other skills. Well, if you shoot these competitions, these IDPA competitions, it gives you that platform to practice all of those skills. Moving and shooting and using cover and reloading. And there's a lot of things you do in those competitions that you don't get to do at a normal gun range. You know, in a real life self-defense scenario, if you're using a firearm, it's not going to be a 180-degree safe gun range where it's completely safe and there's paper targets downrange and everything's. It's not going to be like that. You're going to be out in public. And maybe you're in a car. Maybe you have to shoot from a car. Yep.
Stand by.
Maybe you have to shoot through something like a window port. Maybe you have to shoot at a moving target. Maybe you have to shoot while you're moving. Maybe you have to reload. Maybe you have to shoot with one hand. Maybe you have to shoot multiple targets. Maybe you have to shoot multiple targets while you're moving. All of these things that you do are going to be under the pressure of time. If somebody attacks you, tries to rob you, carjack you, things like that, you have a very small window of time to react to that. You don't have, it's not like a regular gun range where you get to stand there for 30 seconds and think about it, take your time, line up your sights and breathe. You don't have time for that. If you're trying to defend yourself, you're definitely under the pressure of time. And that's another thing that competition does. Everything you do is under the pressure of time. You're trying to push yourself to see how fast you can go and still retain that high level of accuracy. Now, I've been shooting IDPA matches for 4 years now. This will be the start of my 5th year, and I've been a law enforcement officer for 15 years, and I've had the very unfortunate experience of being involved in some deadly force encounters. I've been shot at. Unfortunately had to use my weapon on the job, and I can tell you from that experience that doing these IDPA matches can only help you in those situations. I've never done anything in a match that is going to hurt me in real life. And anybody that says anything different, I think, just doesn't have that experience, hasn't been in these real life deadly force encounters. So I think it's overall it's a good thing. Like I said, I don't agree with all the rules. There's some things that I don't agree with, but overall, the majority of what you do in an IDPA competition is really going to help you out when it comes time to use your gun in real life, as opposed to just going to a gun range, standing perfectly still, trying to shoot small groups while the target's not moving, you're not reloading, you're not drawing your gun from concealment. Those are all things that need to be practiced, and that's a really good platform to practice that is competitive shooting. Now in these competitions, sometimes I do see people do things that are really bad tactically, like they'll lean out from behind cover on one leg and shoot targets almost as they're falling down, and that's really, in my opinion, stupid and should be outlawed. But it's kind of a gamer thing. The guys that are all hyped up and want to win these competitions, my advice is that don't be that guy. Just stick to learn good tactics from somebody, an instructor somewhere, and then just stick to good tactics. Don't worry about winning. I push myself to be as good as I can be when I go to these competitions, but at the end of the day, I could care less. There's no, it's not some $10,000 prize. It's, you know, you get maybe little ribbons and plaques. It's more for just the experience and the practice. For me, it's not about winning anything. So just stick to good tactics and shoot a couple of these matches. And that's probably another big thing. Please go shoot a match and see what you think for yourself. Don't take other people's word for it, because other people don't sometimes necessarily know what the hell they're talking about. A lot of people will make fun of the IDPA because most people wear a vest. And the reason they wear a vest is because you have to have a cover garment, something that's concealing the weapon in these competitions, and say, well, you don't wear that vest in real life, do you? And they make fun of it. They call it a tactical fishing vest, and it's funny and whatever. But guess what? You don't have to wear a vest. You could wear a jacket, like the jacket I have on today. You could wear a t-shirt as long as it's covering your pistol and your magazines, just like you would kind of in real life. And really the only difference between a vest and the jacket I got on right now are sleeves, right? That's the only difference. This has sleeves and the vest doesn't. And you know, the way you sweep your garment out of the way, the way you draw the gun is all going to be the same. I think the big thing is a lot of these matches are held in the warmer months. And when it's hot outside, I'm not wearing a jacket. I'm going to wear a vest because it's a little cooler. Or if you want, and I've done this, shoot a match while you're wearing a t-shirt. I mean, most people probably wear something like a t-shirt when it's warm outside in the summertime, so shoot a match that way. Again, you know, don't get caught up in the gamer stuff. Just do stuff that you would normally do in your regular life, and it's a good platform for you to practice some of these different skills that you don't get to practice at a regular gun range. Hey, remember, if you like these videos, check us out at 3631 Tactical on YouTube. And if you're interested in a Michigan CPL class, check us out at 3631tactical.com. Thanks for watching.